Hey, welcome to this tech news update for Thursday, February 11th, 2016. And in today's little news update, we have Android. It seems that if you are going to third party stores that are not the Google Play Store, you are at risk of malware. And a recent report has shown that a root Android root malware is actually very, very big in third party stores. A lot of apps seem to have this. And even in this report, it was saying that a lot of the companies that have noticed this, and security companies, they've been, of course, telling the third party stores, look, you got this malware, and a lot of the apps in your store. I think you should really look at this. So if you are taking apps somewhere else than the Google Play Store, be very careful, as this root malware can actually take total control of your phone, brick it, or do whatever they want. So it's worth it to be very, very careful. And if you go to third-party stores, maybe a antivirus is not a bad idea for your Android device. Well, a report from Forbes was saying, and they quoted a guy that apparently was working at a security firm, that Windows 10 was actually spying on you thousands of times a day. Now, after that, a lot of people started panicking, saying, oh, wow, have you seen Windows 10, how bad it is? But more and more security researchers have been looking at this and said, no, no, this is totally wrong. It's not at all the case. And that user that they've used, the comments, is not even, they can't even reach him now. It seems that it's, just a nobody that started saying that you worked for a big security firm. This, I hate to say, shows how dumb, news sources and newspapers are sometimes, jumping on bandwagon of anything. How can you actually, and Forbes is not like, this really obscure news site. It is, a site where you would think that most of the information is pretty good. How can you say that and not even verify yourself if the source is real, and even verify yourself with maybe, a security company, what they think about that claim? Just incredible. And it really shows that, there's some people that are really jealous out there of the Windows 10 success and want to try to really, really make everybody go crazy and stop upgrading. Um, you know, I have to say it again. The information sent to Microsoft is anonymous. Nothing that is sent to Microsoft is actually something that can be pinpointed to you, first of all. And all of that is telemetry and usage. So, Cortana, of course, it has to send what you say. It has to be able to work. And the telemetry that Windows send is only in the purpose of making Windows 10 better. Stop going crazy over this, guys and girls. Well, it seems that Microsoft signed another deal, and more devices will have Windows apps in Android. So now it's Acer that signed a deal with Microsoft. So it means that now um, Acer will have Skype, OneDrive, and Office on Android devices that they sell, and that is added to pretty much all the other companies that also have signed deals. It means that, I think it's important. Microsoft acknowledging that one of the ways they can grow and continue in the future is to have their own apps also on other devices. And that makes Microsoft continue into the software and apps department and really, fill up the phones with Cortana and everything on iOS and Android now. It's pretty obvious that they see that that is the future. Moore's Law, that law that, if you don't know what it is a law that dates back to the 60s. And it is a law that Mr. Moore simply said that every 12 months the number of transistors double in processors. And that law has held through until now, pretty much. Every 12 months, having processors that had double the transistors. And in a processor, what's important is that the more transistors in your processor, the more powerful your processor is. But lately, that law has pretty much failed, as the processors now have, multiple cores, and that's to compensate the fact that they've kind of reached a maximum right now where we can't really put more transistors compressed in that little chip in the processor. So they've added, multiple cores. But the problem is multiple cores don't actually increase the power of your processing that much. So in the past year or two, processors have pretty much stayed stagnant, and the increase in speed has been very, very minimal. So it does seem that we've reached the end of that famous Moore's law, and that in the future now, companies like Intel are looking at different ways of building processors that will make them more efficient and powerful. But they have stopped pretty much. It was a rule for them. They had to double the transistors. It was like, yeah, we have to do this to continue on. But it seems that now it's pretty much impossible to do with the size of transistors and everything on the chips right now. So bye bye Moore's Law, and it held through for about 50 years. And finally, in our last bits of news, the Microsoft Phone division is going to be hit by more firings. It seems that the lower sales figure for Windows Phone is taking a toll on that division. So apparently, according to a report that has been written by Mary Jo Foley on her blog on ZDNet, all about Windows. And it seems that dozens of more jobs are going to be cut in the Windows Phone division in the coming weeks and months. So it shows that that division is not working very well. And we'll see what the future holds for Windows Phone. In a article that I was reading yesterday about Steve Ballmer, which was the head honcho at Microsoft before the new era now. Basically, it was said that one of the reasons why Microsoft's Windows Phone is failing is the fact that they took too much time after the release of the iPhone to react and have something on the market. And they were saying that even Google had started checking out mobile phones way back in 2005, even before the iPhone was set to be released. So it shows you that sometimes you gotta really, really be a visionary and decide that this technology should be the future. And so this was our little tech news update for Thursday, February 11th, 2016. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe. You'll be informed when new videos are online. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, maybe a feature of Windows that you'd like me to make a video about, let us know and we'll try to post that video. And thank you so much for following me on the channel. It's always a pleasure to have your feedback.